Well, damn. That was a landslide, but since the people want it, guess I'll make the video. I am your host, Zeno, and today we're going to be diving into the topic of Kaiju number 8, the strongest kaiju in history, aka my goat, Kafka, versus the strongest sorcerer in Jujutsu history, Sukuna. For this debate, we'll be focusing on these categories, which are strength, speed, durability, battle IQ, and abilities. Obviously, first we're going to cover strength since it's the first of the categories, and respectfully, Kafka takes the cake. Mainly because in the anime and manga, he was able to punch a kaiju that was the same size as a city into the stratosphere. What makes this feat so impressive is the fact that Kafka has stated that he's never actually used the true power of Kaiju number 8. So that's already implying that feat I just showed you right there is nothing compared to Kaiju number 8's true power. And Kafka's roar is capable of destroying kaiju bullets with the same force of nuclear weapons. Well, really, you can get Sukuna's attacks at city level since he was able to destroy all of Shibuya. And then when he made it to 20 fingers, so in his true form, he managed to expand the range of his domain. Yeah, I'm just going to put this up screen so y'all can read. But then the problem arises when he's fighting Gojo, and as you can see there, he barely, cutting through a building, but it's not like completely cut through. And we got this one right here where he's fighting Kashimo, but the problem is I don't know how deep that goddamn hole is. So I can't exactly say it went past the Earth's crust. So for strength, the main thing I can assume is that when he damn near destroyed Shibuya with his malevolent shrine, that the range of it increased, so it means he's gonna be able to destroy either a majority of the city or he will be able to destroy a city. But regardless, Kafka takes strength. Now the next category is speed, and well, Kafka takes travel speed for running at a top between Mach 5 and 10. So there's that. But I will say Sukuna is a better combatant when it comes to combat speed and reaction speed due to his fight with Kashimo, who is relative to the speed of light. So there's that. Plus, it will also wake up Gojo since, Gojo is, after all, the strongest. Now we're going to be on durability, and I'm going to start off with Sukuna, which he did tank the hollow nuke, which was very impressive considering that it destroyed a massive amount of the city they were fighting in. I know it's his 19 finger, but according to my very reliable resource, it's the what I want you to say it in the camera. Say what you said about 19 finger, 20 finger. Come on.
I think 19 and 20 finger are the same thing, but 20 finger is just true form.
Now let's go to Kafka, and for this we gotta know how strong Kaiju number 10 is real quick. You'll see why. Kaiju number 10's punches are on the same force as Meteor's. Mind you, he's doing that while being a fortitude level of 8.3, which is much lower compared to Kafka, while Kafka has a fortitude level of 9.8. Then when he's fighting General Ishiwa, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but who has the gauntlets of, weaponized version gauntlets of Kaiju number 2, who is most likely a higher fortitude level than Kaiju number 10, who we have already stated whose punches are on the same impact level as a meteor. And mind you, look how much damage is doing to Kafka, who is a fortitude level of 9.8. And eventually, Kafka starts to, just tank those hits after getting his ass pummeled. So to sum it up, Kafka's tanking punches from someone who is stronger than a kaiju whose punches are on the same impact force of a meteor. Now it's time for battle IQ, and yeah, no need to go over this. Sukuna takes it. No diff. Now it's time to move on to abilities. So first off, we're gonna go with Sukuna. He can use Flame Arrow, Dismantle, Cleavage. He can also use Twin Meteor, and he can also use World Cutting Slash. He also has Soul Possession, and last but not least, he has his trump card, his domain expansion, aka Malevolent Shrine. And now part of this section, I'll be talking about his X Factor, because I don't know why, I just got a feeling there's certain X Factors per abilities. In this case, Sukuna's huge X Factor is going to be his domain expansion, considering the range it has and the capabilities as it was able to destroy a majority of Shibuya. So imagine how much more powerful and how much the range is gonna help him during this fight when he's fighting Kafka. Now let's talk about Kafka. His abilities are regeneration. Like I said earlier, his roar, believe it or not, it can be used as a projectile. And he can also just increase his strength. You know, let me just pull up a clip real quick. He can siphon others' regeneration, which means he can just make his opponents not be able to regenerate. Now for this thing you see on the screen, Kaiju Takeover is something I added because, how do I explain this? It's pretty much where the Kaiju itself takes over Kafka while if things go really, really bad. So let's say Sukuna managed to really piece up Kafka to the point where Kafka himself can't handle it. So the Kaiju will just take over. So just see it as when Venom takes over for Eddie. And when that happens, Kafka pretty much gets bigger and stronger. So that's really buffing himself. Plus, mind you, he can really buff himself without the Kaiju taking over. Kafka's X factor here will pretty much be Kaiju number 8 taking over for him. That plus the fact that he can counter Sukuna's reverse curse technique. Oh crap, forgot to go over that. Yeah, Sukuna can also use reverse curse technique that can, regenerate himself. And he can also use Black Flash where, it multiplies the user can punch harder than they usually do, but it also adds their curse energy into it, and the multiplier is 2.5. So yeah, got that down real quick. Sorry, I forgot. I'm a very forgetful person, as you can tell. And like I was saying, Kafka can just, like I said, his X factor will be Kaiju number 8 taking over for him. And mind you, that while Kaiju number 8 is getting stronger and bigger, and don't forget, Kafka can already pretty much siphon the other people's regeneration. So pretty much, he will be able to stop Sukuna from regenerating. There's also the fact that when Kaiju number 8 takes over, he can do crap like this. You know, I'm just gonna play the clip.
Gone. He used his body as a decoy so it could regenerate.
Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention the main way Sukuna's gonna have to kill him is by destroying the damn core. So yeah, good luck with that. And before I know some of you are gonna get on my behind for why is this section for Kafka longer, is because one, it's a bit complicated, and well, not complicated, I just gotta go over it a bit. Two, Sukuna, most of his attacks are just slashes, but some of them are just advanced, and you can't say I'm lying. Most of them are just very strong slashes or very advanced slashes that are, meant to just target the enemy. So the final verdict for abilities goes to Kafka, and you know what? I'm making this its own category, the X Factor 2. With low difficulty, Kafka should be able to take this battle. Main reason? Strength, durability, and, like I said, X Factor. And I already know most of y'all will be mad, but it's fine. It's just my opinion at the end of the day. I'm just one guy who thinks one guy can be another guy. But it's two fictional characters, but if you disagree, just let me know and give me a reason. Don't just get on me for no reason. Anyways, this is Zeno, and Merry Christmas Eve.